Hey you guys, what's going on? It's your guy Prince Onyx for another Don't Stop December. So let's go ahead, let's get into it. The topic that I wanted to do tonight, I was really thinking about it since I pretty much woke up, and the topic was going to be about the portrayal of African American characters in the media with like TV shows and film. But I might put that on hold till tomorrow. But now that I just mentioned it, you know what, you guys? Let's go ahead and let's talk about it. Because from my topic list right here, you might hear the page turn. Anyway, from the topic list, it looks like this will be a four-part video. So part one tonight, and then I might do part two in the morning, and probably try to take care of the rest tomorrow. But yeah, pretty much, African American characters in the media. Pretty much, the first bullet point is how they're portrayed. Now, as we know, with the Hollywood system being set up the way that it is, usually when it comes to African American characters in in various television shows and different films, they are portrayed in different ways. It's usually the funny, loud friend, male or female friend at the party, and then it's after that you don't really see them too much again. Or it's the person, it's like the stereotypical roles pretty much, the thugs and the gangsters, the drug dealers, the pimps, the prostitutes, so on and so forth, yada yada, the loudmouth ghetto neighbors and all that stuff. And so, it's just how are they portrayed? They are pretty much portrayed as caricature. God damn, I can't even say that word, y'all. Characters. I think that's how you say it, you guys. It's because the word is so similar to character, but it's caricature, basically like an over exaggeration of real life imitation. Because as you know, art imitates real life. So with that being said, damn, my head is itching. Shit, I watched this morning, but anyway, with that being said, it's how are they portrayed? Are they portrayed in a positive way, or is it a negative way? And 9 times out of 10, it's usually a negative way. And now that I just thought about it, you know what? Instead of trying to do, hold on. Again, my editing skills are not good. Oof, bless you, bless you, bless you. So y'all gonna have to just take that and write "bless you" down in the comment box. But anyway. Pretty much, instead of doing different parts, we'll just knock out these bullet points and get them out the way now. Pretty much, you know what? I would say with that, how they portrayed negative or positive light, it depends. Because some shows they, do, show African American characters in a positive light, and others they take the negative light. But with that being said, not everything in real life is positive. So you take the good with the bad. Now, with that being said, let's go into, are these characters usually underdeveloped? And basically, it's when it comes to these shows, again, like for example, Teen Wolf. They had the one black character. I forgot his name, you guys. They had the one black character. He got bit and got turned into a werewolf, and he was there for most of the season up until this current season. Well, really, it was the season before. It was the season before this one. He pretty much ended up getting killed. But what was interesting was that we really didn't over the seasons, that we grew to know him a little bit and get familiar with this character. Over the seasons, it's we never really got too much into his background or his story. You know what? Let me actually try to. I know this is so ghetto, you guys. I don't know why I forgot his name when I was taking my notes, but silly me. I was just like, oh, I think I got it. Next thing you know, no, the hell I don't. Damn, they ain't even. Oh, no, that's just disrespectful. Anyway, y'all just listening to me like, what the hell is he talking about? Anyway, y'all, hold on. If I can find him. Is this him? I believe so. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the character's name from Teen Wolf that I was speaking of is Boyd. Over the years, in his seasons, he was only in, and apparently, according to IMDb, he was only in 15 episodes. So he was only with us for like the span of a year and a half, basically from 2012 to 2013. So yeah, over the span of us knowing his character, we really didn't get to know too much about him. So with that being said, our African American characters, when it comes to shows that are like diverse, where you have white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever the case may be, when it comes to characters like that, are they underdeveloped, and are they, just pretty much they are underdeveloped, underdelivered, and undersold. Next would be another character from Teen Wolf, the Doctor, Dr. Allen. He's the veterinarian. I would say I think we got to know a little bit about him because there was the season, and it was the season before this current one that we had, the one that we had before this year. We got to know a little bit about him family-wise, if you will, from the fact that like his sister was like the counselor at the school, and also she too was a werewolf or whatever. So really, it's just like, we got to know a little bit, but not too much about him, and like why he has such the interest, why does he have the interest in the supernatural and stuff. So again, it's just like, are these characters, underdeveloped, and do we not see enough from them as people, as characters? Do we not get to know enough of them, or see too much from them? That's just the question that I have. Then following that, with being underdeveloped, with characters in general, black, white, Hispanic, whatever the case may be, with characters in general, if they're underdeveloped, does that then make them uninteresting? Because with a show or a film, you have to make the characters interesting. Perfect example, it was I think his name was Mr. Freeze or something from The Incredibles, that animated movie with the family of superheroes, and how the dad, him, and I think his name, Samuel L. Jackson character, I think it was Mr. Freeze or something like that, or Frostbite, whatever it was. You know what, let's go ahead. Let me not be rude, you guys, because y'all deserve the best. You deserve. Anyway, listen to me trying to sing. Oh, Frozone. Oh, okay, Frozone. That's because I knew it was something with Frost or Froze. That's why I'm like, Frozone. With Samuel L's character in The Incredibles, Frozone, he was very interesting, even though we didn't get to see too much of him. Still, my bad, y'all. Somebody just texted me. Distraction time. So, what's going on? Oh god, I hate when it does this. Come on, reload that. That's pretty interesting. Oh shit. Shit, I'm finna say, what the hell? Okay, interesting. Anyway, back to what I was saying. With characters like Frozone from The Incredibles, he was very interesting, even though he wasn't. Even he was in a way underdeveloped, but not too much, because we got to know that he is Mr. Incredible's partner from back in the day. So we know that he's his partner from back in the day. They used to fight crime and super villains or whatever together. So we know that. So even still, we got to see him. I think periodically throughout the movie, you got to see him or whatever, because him and Mr. Incredible were still good friends even after Mr. Incredible and Mrs. Incredible had pretty much retired their suits, if you will. So we got to see him, and then I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you did get to see him at the end of the movie too. So with that being said, it's like, when you underdevelop a character too much, we don't get to know too much of their past, or go too little into, or go that far, that deep into the character, does that then take the interest away from them and focus it on other people? Now, you know what? No, I'm not trying to make this video about race at all, but I'm just asking the question of, with African American characters, with underdevelopment, does there then come the uninteresting part? And if that's the case, where does all this interestingness, if you will, where does that particularly go? You know what I'm saying? Where does it go? Anyway, with that, when a character, black, white, or Hispanic, is uninteresting and underdeveloped, does that then make the viewer and the audience feel like this character is not really relatable to me? I mean, with me, the character doesn't have to be all the way relatable, no. But it's like, there should be some piece of, relatability instead of the fact that, oh, we have the same skin color. Or, oh, he's black and that's that. There should be some type of relatability in a sense to make the audience feel a little bit welcome, because you don't want them to feel so awkward watching the show, and it's like the show is really good, but there's a lack of diversity, and then on top of that, if there is diversity, there's a lack of development for the people of color, the people of color, the black characters, Hispanic characters, whatever the case is, and then it's like it's just hold on, y'all. Maybe my phone's acting right now. Hold on, because this is just ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Really? Wow. Shit. Anyway, to one of my friends being goofy as always. Anyway, it's like, does that take away from the person being unrelatable to that audience member or those several audience members? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, another example would be in the recent movie X-Men Days of Future Past. It's like with Storm and Bishop in the future, it was great to see them on screen, especially see Bishop on screen, but it's like, other than the fact that they're black and it's like they're mutants and they're X-Men, and I can relate to that because I'm an X-Men fan and I love mutants, and I have a whole collection right here behind the camera. Wish I could turn around and show y'all, but then again, I ain't finna show y'all what I got in my house. Anyway, I have a little collection of action figures. It's like, where's the relatability in a sense? And not just with those two, but also with Warpath, a Native American character. He was underdeveloped in that movie. Sunspot, a Hispanic character. He was I think his character's from Brazil. So Brazilian character. He was underdeveloped. Blink, she was Chinese. She was played by the Chinese actress Fan Bingbing. Yeah, she was underdeveloped. Like, so it's just like, damn. Like, does everybody like? Basically, I'm gonna just ask y'all this: if it ain't white, blonde hair, blue-eyed, or brown-eyed, or whatever, green-eyed, or whatever, if it ain't white, I guess to the system, if you will, it ain't right. So it's like, it just begs the question of like, damn, where's the development and the interesting parts and pieces that make this character interesting? And then on top of that, just like, where's the relatability in a sense? You know what I'm saying? And then following that, but then again, this last point ties back into the first point on how these characters are portrayed. Yes, they are portrayed stereotypically, not the characters that I mentioned from Teen Wolf or X-Men, no. But in other plays or other productions or whatever, whatever floats your boat, whatever you watch, they are stereotypical, and this comes to a point where, you have to just say, okay, enough is enough. What can we do to change it? And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I just have to say that, when it comes to this industry, if you have a knack for acting, I say go for it. But if you are not the best when it comes to being on screen, there's always behind the scenes, where A, you make more money, and B, you have a little bit more control as to the type of story and characters that are being seen and portrayed. So, for those who want to go to Hollywood or Atlanta or New York, wherever. Oh, really? It's like that? Distraction, y'all. My iPod just got done scanning, and so now you just gonna, oh, so it's like that, huh? Wow, I see what you own. I see what you own though. Like it's oh, so it's like oh, oh really? You just gonna not scan none of my favorite songs, son of a bitch. Anyway, with that being said, let's rewind back. With that being said, for those who want to pursue their dreams in the entertainment industry, I encourage you as always because I too am trying to get into this industry. Speaking of which, going into 2015, I hope to do my first short film. And then on top of that, another short film, which I might be casted in. And then on top of that, my first music video and first podcast episode and so much more. But with that being said, you know, you have to basically you have to get in where you fit in. And with that being said, it's not to discourage anyone. No, it is instead to merely just suggest that if the front of the camera is not where you belong, there's always behind the scenes. So never doubt behind the scenes. You can never go bad, and it can never be mean. Well, I was trying to make a rhyme, but I just thought about, you know what, listen, y'all, behind the scenes is where it's at. So with that being said, this is what I have for you guys today. I wish you all a good evening, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. This has been another Don't Stop December, brought to you by Prince Onyx. Also, side note, I downloaded Movie Maker, and I'm probably going to start practicing my editing skills probably tomorrow in the morning if I feel like it, because past few days I've been so lazy, y'all. But anyway, not to end on a sad note, you know, water is wet. That's all, that's all I got to say. But, you know, let me know your thoughts about, you know, the diversity in television and in film. Do you think the African American characters are underdeveloped, which makes them uninteresting? Are there too many stereotypical roles, and are they unrelatable? Let me know your thoughts, examples, all that stuff down in the comment section. Let's have a great conversation, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Love ya tomorrow. Anyway, see you guys. Good night.